Hi, welcome to Holistically Healthy. I'm Cara, and I'm a wife, a mom, a teacher, and a certified integrative holistic health coach. I own Holistically Yours Health and Wellness, and I have additional certifications in behavioral analysis, detoxification, and hormone health. I love all things health and fitness, but you won't find any fad diets or magic pills here. Join me as we achieve wellness that nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Get ready to discover how eating healthy can be simple and delicious, and how making realistic, sustainable shifts will empower you to achieve all of your health goals. From creative ways to incorporate more whole foods into your diet, to finding joy in movement and practicing mindfulness, together we will navigate the confusing world of nutrition and empower you to take control of your health. And I'll be here to support you every step of the way. So grab your coffee, your laundry basket, or your car keys, and let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to Holistically Healthy. If you've ever said I'll start over on Monday or felt like one cookie ruined your whole week, this episode is for you. Because today we're talking about something I know so many women struggle with: making peace with food. After years and years and years of dieting, tracking, restricting, and overthinking every bite, it's hard to even know what a normal relationship with food looks like. And you might want to eat intuitively, but you don't trust yourself. You're tired of swinging between being good and being bad or being off track. I get it, because I've been there too. And I've helped so many women walk through this exact transition from feeling guilty to having control and peace and true food freedom. Actually, I'll never forget a conversation I had with a client a while back. She was like, I was doing so well all week long. I was so proud of myself. Then I had pizza on Friday night with my family and I completely blew it. I felt so guilty. She skipped breakfast the next morning. I remember her being like, I skipped breakfast. I almost didn't eat lunch. I just was trying to fix what I did last night. She was punishing herself for eating a piece of pizza, right? Like, sound familiar? Who's ever done that? I know so many women who have. And that guilt spiral is so common, and it's heartbreaking because food is supposed to be nourishing and enjoyable. But when you've taught yourself for years, or when society has taught you for years, that certain foods are bad, your brain automatically associates eating them with being bad or with failure. And that pattern, the guilt, the restriction, the start again Monday mindset, that's what keeps you stuck. So today we're going to unpack how to break free from that and truly make peace with food again. Because you can't lose weight, you can't heal your body until you have that peace with food, until you have that food freedom. So let's talk about what's really happening underneath the surface and why it's so freaking hard to break this cycle, because it's not easy. It is very difficult for many people to no longer have that good food versus bad food mentality. And there's really three big pieces to this, right? So the first one is we fall into the all or nothing trap. Diet culture teaches us that we're either on or off. We're either on the plan or we're off the plan. We're good or we're bad, right? We had a really good day or we had a really bad day. We were really successful or we completely failed. But the truth is, your body doesn't think that way. Your body doesn't think in black and white. It doesn't say, oh my God, you ate a cookie. Now we're doomed. You're a failure. Oh my God, how could you do this? Your body just wants balance and consistency. It's not aiming for perfection. Your mind is what's aiming for perfection. Your body just wants that consistency. And that all or nothing mindset actually creates inconsistency. So maybe you're restricting during the week, and then on the weekend, your body kind of rebels, right? You're not lacking the willpower. You're trapped in this pattern, and that pattern is built for failure. It's setting you up to fail. So when you release that perfectionism and you shift towards good enough most of the time, right? That's where the real progress happens, believe it or not. It happens with good enough most of the time, because sustainable change doesn't come from control. It comes from consistency and compassion. Another thing is when you have that restriction backlash, right? Have you ever noticed that the more you tell yourself you can't have something, the more you think about it, the more you want it, That's restriction. Our brains don't like being told no. Think about your child, your toddler, or even your teenager, right? They don't like being told no. Your brain doesn't like being told no either. And when we restrict food, carbs, sugar, snacks, whatever it might be, your brain automatically sees that as like a scarcity. Like you can't have that. So your brain goes into a scarcity mode. And that is what increases cravings and makes that food feel irresistible. So, you hold out for a while until you finally give in, and then you feel guilty. And that whole cycle just repeats itself all over again. And the funny thing is, when you remove the rules, that urgency fades. It's like giving yourself permission to breathe again. That doesn't mean you can eat cake for every meal. That's not healthy in any way, shape, or form. But it means you can enjoy the cake without it spiraling into shame. You trust yourself to stop when you're satisfied because it's not a food that's off limits anymore. I actually had a client, we worked together. She would eat a bowl of cereal almost every night, and she craved it. She wanted it. She wanted that sugar. She wanted the sweet. She wanted that cereal, and she would beat herself up over it, and she would feel guilty. And then finally I said, okay, if you want it that badly, then eat it. I gave her permission to have a bowl of sugary cereal every night before she went to bed. And do you know what happened? She didn't want it anymore. It's like a switch flips in your brain, and it's like, I not being told no, I don't actually want this. And she stopped eating it. It's amazing what happens when you give yourself permission to relax around food and when you shift that mindset about good foods and bad foods and you just think of food as fuel. And, it's so important to reconnect with your body too while doing this. After years of dieting, many women feel completely disconnected from their hunger and fullness cues. We are not listening to our bodies anymore. Our bodies will tell us what we need and when we need it. And because we've been dieting for so long and because we've been thinking about food as good or bad for so long, we no longer pay attention to those cues and we're completely disconnected from them. You've been taught to follow all of these external rules for so long instead of your body's internal wisdom. And you forget that your body knows what it needs. And you have to start to rebuild that trust with yourself. You start small, you pause before you eat sometimes, or most of the time, right? It's impossible to do it all the time. I understand that. But if you pause before you eat and you ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? And you think about it, your body's going to tell you. Maybe you're hungry, maybe you're stressed, maybe you're just tired and you want some quick energy. The goal isn't to get it perfect, it's to get curious. And when you approach food with curiosity instead of judgment, everything changes. That's when you start to notice how different foods make you feel. And not in a good or bad way, but in a this feels supportive to my body way, right? So you have to also, I always talk about making that mindset shift. It's not just about physical shifts. It's not just about habits and behaviors. All of those things matter, but you have to make that mindset shift also. And you have to think like food is not good or bad. Food is information. It's nourishment. And sometimes it's comfort. And that's okay. You have to stop attaching your worth to what you eat. Just because you eat a chocolate chip cookie does not make you bad. You have to trust your body and trust yourself to grow and trust that your body knows what it needs. And you're going to know when your body needs certain things. And you're going to begin to see that the goal isn't perfect eating. It's eating with freedom. It's a peaceful eating, right? And peaceful eating means you can enjoy a meal without feeling guilty. You can have that pizza on Friday night with your family without trying to skip breakfast the next day. You can have dessert without making promises to be better tomorrow. And you start to eat because you love your body and you want to fuel your body, not because you're trying to control it. And amazing, amazing shifts happen when that mindset change occurs. I have a little thing for you to practice this week. and we're going to call it the permission meal. It's going to be similar to my client who wanted to eat a bowl of cereal every night, and I gave her permission and I said, do it. And she said, cool. And then she didn't want it anymore, right? So we're going to call this a permission meal. It's a little experiment I have for you. You're going to choose one meal or snack this week that you normally label as bad, or you overthink it, or you feel guilty after you eat it. Whatever that food is for you. Maybe it's pasta, pizza, dessert, ice cream, cake, I don't know. Whatever that food is for you, cereal. And before you eat it, you're just going to pause for a second, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, I'm allowed to have this. It's okay to enjoy this. My body knows what to do with food. And then I want you to eat it slowly. No multitasking. Pay attention to how it feels physically, emotionally, truly what it tastes like, and if you're actually enjoying what you're eating. You might find that you really, really wanted that piece of chocolate cake, and then you took 3 bites and you no longer actually want it anymore. And that's okay. You might find you really want that cake and it was amazingly delicious and you ate the whole thing, and that's okay too. But when you're done, instead of feeling guilt, feel grateful. Offer gratitude. Gratitude for the food, for your body, and the fact that you are making that mindset shift and that you're learning a new way to eat and trust your body. And then jot down one reflection. What felt different when you gave yourself permission to eat that food instead of feeling guilty and thinking about how you can fix it later or tomorrow? So I'm really curious to see what food you choose and how this changes for you. I love to hear stories when you guys try the things that I suggest and how your relationship with food changes. So if this episode hit home for you, take a second to share it with a friend who's stuck in the diet cycle too, or a friend who feels guilty after eating that cookie, or someone who needs a reminder that food isn't the enemy. And then screenshot this episode and share it in your stories and tag me, because I would love to see what you're trying. And if you don't want to do that, that's cool. Send me a DM. Like, I just would love to hear from you, and I would love to know what's working for you. So next week, we're diving into something so many women can also relate to. We're going to talk about why you're exhausted all the time, even when you shouldn't be, even when you feel like you're getting sleep. We're talking about that invisible load, the burnout, and ways to get your energy back. So until then, give yourself permission to enjoy your food and your life without guilt, because you deserve that peace. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be doable. You've got this, and I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. If you found this helpful, share it with a mom friend who's ready to add a little more ease into their day. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and if this resonated with you, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a review. It will help other busy moms like you find my content. You can also follow me on Instagram at Holistically Fit and Healthy for more health and wellness tips. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.